Until Dawn was not a great adaptation of the hit video game, but was it a decent horror film? Kind of. Welcome to Grave Discussions, your one chop shop for all things horror. I am your host Barnabas, and if you want more horror news, reviews, and more, hit that follow button. Apologies for this review being kind of late, but better than never. Let's just get the cons out of the way first. As many people expected based on the synopsis and the trailer and everything else that came out, this was not really ever going to be a faithful adaptation of the video game. The filmmakers do borrow elements from the game because of this kind of revamped plot that they use and structure and everything. All that stuff kind of ends up being a little bit meaningless, unfortunately. So despite what the movie turned out to be, it still kind of sucks that it's using that Until Dawn name when it very clearly is not really Until Dawn. On that note, the overarching plot is a little lame in comparison, but the characters really suffer the most. They just get really overshadowed by this whole loop concept in the storyline where, the characters die and then they come back the same day or whatever, but face these new terrors. There's just so much of that going on that there's really no time for these characters to develop at all. The only one that really gets any type of substantial backstory or character development is the main character Clover, but even then it's very minimal and she's still not that interesting. Now, as for the pros, despite what I just said about, not being a great adaptation and all that kind of stuff, for what it is, Until Dawn is a pretty entertaining movie. Every reincarnation of the characters, there's these kind of new monsters and everything. So the monster mash stuff does work for me. I had a lot of fun just seeing what the hell was going to happen next and what kind of new monsters or entities or whatever these characters were going to face. And I think that the filmmakers did do a good job of actually constructing these monsters. The makeup, costume design, special effects, all that was great for the monsters. I really dug the atmosphere and the setting that the team presented. There was also plenty of gore, and I think that was all really well done too. And despite what I said about the characters, the cast did do a pretty decent job, but Peter Stormare really knocked it out of the park, and he was the standout, as we kind of expected he'd be. So to wrap it up, not really a great Until Dawn adaptation. If you played the game, you might appreciate some of the little Easter eggs and references, but they wrapped it all up in something that really doesn't need any of that stuff, unfortunately. Regardless, if you kind of go into it knowing that, you can still have a lot of fun with this movie. I definitely still found it entertaining and had a good time with it. So I would go into it with that kind of expectation in mind. And for that reason, it's a 3 out of 5 stars for me. Let me know what you think about Until Dawn in the comments, and we'll see you next time on Grave Discussions.